our resource person, Ms. Davani Shah, and panel members, Ms. Nisha Bhatia, Mr. Chintan Mehta. Respected Principal, Reverend Father Augustine George, respected Dr. Aloysius Edward, Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management, respected Dr. K. Vinoda Devi, Faculty, Coordinator, Department of Economics, faculty members, dear Jaintians and all other participants. On behalf of Department of Economics, I deem it a privilege to welcome you all to this national webinar on the topic Top Paying Skills in India and Employability Enhancement Program. I now invite Ms. Jomol, first year MA Economics, to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, Sheetal. A very good evening to one and all who have joined with us to be a part of this webinar. Today, on behalf of the Department of Economics, Christo Jayanti College, I have been given the opportunity to welcome the gathering to this webinar on the topic, the Top Paying Skills in India and Employability Enhancement Program. First of all, I would like to welcome the esteemed resource person and the panelists for the day, Ms. Dhwani Shah, Strategic Marketing Specialist at Indian Institute of Digital Education, Mumbai. We welcome you, ma'am. I also welcome the other panelists for the day, Ms. Nisha Bhatia and Mr. Chintan Mehta. We welcome you. I also extend my hearty welcome to the guiding light of our institution, our principal, Reverend Father Augustine George. We welcome you, Father. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Aloysius Edward, Dean of Commerce and Management. Welcome, sir. Now I welcome the support system and the core pillar of the Department of Economics, Head of the Department, Dr. Vinoda Devi. We welcome you, ma'am. And I also welcome each and every faculty member who constantly work for the success of each and every program organized by the department. Last but not the least, I extend my warm welcome to each and every participant who came forward to be part of this webinar today. I welcome you all. Thank you. Over to you, Sheetal.
Thank you, Jomol. I welcome you too. Striving for excellence drive an employee to perform at its maximum potential. Capitalizing on personal strength and professional skills are powerful contributors to success. Setting personal standards to remarkable professional performance is the supreme instrument. As we are faced in stringent competition, our skills and abilities will move us ahead of the race. Identifying weakness and limitation of oneself are great foundation for learning and development. There are various means of cultivating the highest level of competence in each individual. These skills are necessary for individual to control and grow in that area of concentration of the right path or whatever field of endeavor he or she is involved in. To help us know more about the topic, we have esteemed personality, Ms. Dhwani Shah, Ms. Nisha Bhatia, Mr. Chintan Mehta. Ms. Dhwani Shah is a marketing professional working with Indian Institute of Digital Education, a management professional holding immense interest in marketing and digital marketing. Ma'am has completed her graduation from Narzi Manji College of Commerce and Economics, Mumbai. Ma'am has trained over 1,000 students online in digital skills. Apart from Indian Institute of Digital Education, Ma'am is also a qualified French trainer. Ma'am loves teaching as well. We are very happy to have you among us, ma'am. Now I request ma'am and other panelists to take over the session.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. The welcome was really heartwarming. Thank you so much. So guys, hi everybody. Hi. If you can hear me and if you can see me, go to the chat and quickly type a nice hi for me. Guys, if you can hear me and if you can see me, quickly go to the chat and type a quick hi. Till the time I do my screen sharing, all you guys can quickly type in hi for me. Okay. Awesome. Hi. Lot of you guys. I have some 200 odd people on this call, and I want this session to be as engaging as possible, guys, because I cannot see you and I cannot talk to you. So this is the only way where I can see and talk to you. That's through chat. So talk to me in the chat. I will love this session if you guys are interactive throughout this session with me. So yes, hi everybody, hi. I hope you guys are high on your teas and coffees. It's 4:38 in the evening, and I want you guys to be energized for this session. And I'm sure you guys are going to be learning something very interesting. So let's get started with the PPT, guys. Ma'am has already introduced me, so I'm not going to take time to introduce myself. But yes, my name is Dwani Shah, guys, and I'm going to be taking a session. I'm going to be taking this webinar with you guys and enlightening you upon the top paying skills. So let's quickly get started. But before that, let me tell you, all you guys out here today who are going to be attending this session, we're going to be issuing a certificate to you guys, but for that you'll have to ensure that you stay till the end, because in the end my colleague is going to share a link with you guys. All you have to do is fill in the link and you will have your certificates right there in your inboxes in a matter of 7 days. So stick there till the end, you guys out there, and let's get started, guys. So let's start by understanding let's just start by understanding first. You guys out here, all of this 200 people out here, tell me, do you want a high paying job in the future or do you want a low paying job in the future? Go to the chat and type HPJ or LPJ. What do you want? A high paying job or a low paying job? What do you want? HPJ or LPJ? What do you want? All you guys are telling me HPJ. Anybody out here who wants a LPJ, that's a low paying job? No, right? There's nobody out here who wants a low paying job. Everybody wants to earn really well in today's time. Amazing, amazing. So all you guys out there who want a high paying job, quickly answer this question to me. Where is India currently? That's a question I've been figuring out since Modi's government has come in. And that's the question lingering around in my head about where exactly is India, guys. I'm going to reflect upon the top 4 changes that India has seen in the last 5 years, guys. And if you guys agree with me, I want you guys to acknowledge and type a quick yes, yes for me in the chat. So let's look at the first change. So all you guys out here, can you tell me what was the price of 1 GB internet per month in 2016? What did 1 GB internet cost you? Nearly. Give me a rough estimate of how much did 1 GB internet for 1 month cost you? Around 250, 300. Okay. Guys, come on. Be active. Talk to me in the chat. I want to see you guys interacting with me, because that is how I'm going to be able to enjoy this session with you guys. 200 maybe. Okay. 200, 250, 199. 99. No, it's too less, Sheetal. It's too less. Okay. Everybody out here telling me 199, 250, 300, 350, 500. No, dude, it's not 500. All right. You guys all telling me the estimates. It's absolutely correct. Nearly 250 rupees per month for 1 GB internet. So that was the time where, you used your internet so sparingly that if anybody came to you asking for hotspot, you'd literally be like, chal bhag, not giving you. So that was the time, that was how sparingly we used our internet. But in today's time, guys, thanks to Muku Bhai and thanks to Jio for a fact, we are literally paying the same amount, that's 250 bucks for 30 to 45 GB internet per month. That's literally 1 GB for 1 day. And that too is literally a lot more than that. Literally we don't have 1 GB completely utilized by the end of the day. It's anyway gone for waste. But yes, we have so much of internet available right to us. And that is all because of none other than Mukubhai Ambani and his proposal for Jio, because of which only and only because of Jio today we've got internet for just 250 bucks, guys, just 250 bucks. And that's the best part, guys. Minimum 1 GB internet per day. I am more than happy. I can watch movies, I can listen to songs, I can work on my project, I can do anything and everything in that 1 GB internet. So this is the first change, guys. Also giving you guys the fun fact, India is the world's cheapest country in terms of internet data. So let's see what other fun facts do we have ahead. And that's the second stat out here, or the second change out here for the day. The smartphones are available for as low as 3,500 bucks. That's it. So if Smartphones are available just for 3,500 bucks. And imagine people in the rural areas, they'd be literally using their smartphones right now, right at this point in time. So again, again a fun fact for you. Again a fun fact for you guys. India has the cheapest smartphone available and the second cheapest country in terms of mobile data. So imagine the people in rural India, they will definitely be increasing smartphones. If you go and Google the stats anytime in the future, if you compare the internet users back in 2016 and in 2020, the number has seen a drastic rise. So that's about the second stat, guys. And the third stat we have is our prime minister, who is forever promoting who's forever promoting digital India, guys. 1 minute, guys, my screen is lagging. All right. So our prime minister is actually always promoting digital India. It was because of him where we had demonetization come into picture, and because of whom, apps like Paytm, Google Pay, all of these applications actually saw a boom after Narendra Modi coming into picture. So it was all because of your president, all because of your prime minister. Today we've got cheap internet and cheap smartphones. Okay, Deepika says 1 GB vanishes within 1 hour and in 2016 and survive for the whole month. Absolutely, Deepika. Today we have the leisure of internet. Back then we didn't have the leisure of internet per day. That's the only irony. That is how sparingly we used internet. The night, at the night we used to switch off our internet. During the day, only while we wanted to check the messages, we turn our internet on and then put the mobile data off again. But today it's literally like you keep your internet on 24/7. You have messages being sent, messages being coming, notifications in and out throughout your day. And that is absolutely because of your prime minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. So this was the third reason, guys. And lastly, because of COVID, guys, your entire education system has moved online. You and I, we are interacting online. If you guys agree with me, go to the chat and type a quick yes. If you guys agree with me that today your entire education system has changed because of COVID, type a quick yes in the chat. You guys agree with me? Interesting. Amazing. Also, you guys want to keep your chats open to all your friends. You guys, where you're typing your yeses, you will see a 3 dot. The moment you click on 3 dot, you can see your options will be open to everybody. Chat with everybody and not just me. Right now, you guys are only chatting with me. So make it an option that you can chat with all your other friends also. Make it everyone. Okay, amazing. So COVID-19 has forced digital transformation for businesses. Today, we've literally seen the second wave of COVID, and there's no chance that the shops are open. Everything is shut around. So COVID-19 has literally forced digital transformation. And because of which, guys, India is no longer India, but India is now digital India, guys. I repeat that India is not really India anymore, where we spent internet sparingly. But today, India is digital India, where you're using internet freely and shopping on your mobile phones. So let's understand, because of this entire transformation that, internet has brought in, I'd like to ask you guys, what do people look like, in this time where internet is available, so freely, all you guys are on your smartphones. How do you people look like? That's my obvious question. I'm going to show you one image. If you agree with me, go to the chat and type a quick yes. Are you guys using your smartphones right before you fall asleep in the night, just like this little kid out there in the photo? Yes, no. Oh, Deepika says OMG so much. Interesting. Like, this is not just you and me, guys, but this is literally our parents. Our parents are also using smartphones in the night and they're just scrolling through their Facebook account, or they're just going through the WhatsApp group messages. Oh my God, are you guys relating with me here? Go to the chat and type a long yes. If you guys agree with me. Gopali says my mother. That's like my parents are literally watching both of them in their bedroom with the room, with the room lights off. and they're literally in their bed sleeping, and with the smartphone right in front, and mom and dad are watching this show called, mom and dad are exploring this genre called, they're watching this show called Friends right now. So both of them are literally watching that show so kind of excitedly in the night at 12 a.m. Like, that's crazy. This is how we've transformed, guys. And not just us, for a fact, it's not just you and me or our parents who've transformed, but there are a few businesses also which have transformed. So let's see a few of these businesses which have actually transformed. All those icons that you see on my screen right now, which of these icons or which of these applications are you guys using? Let me know in the chat. Is it Paytm? Is it Zomato? Is it Book My Show? Or do you guys shop from Myntra, Ola? What is the what are the, which of these applications are you guys using? Gopali says all of these applications interesting. Welcome to the gang, I'd say. Everything, there's one more. Sama Rachel is also saying everything. Okay, mostly all Priyanka. Ola, everything. I see more or less people are typing everything. Yeah? Everybody, come on. I have 250 people in the chat. Go to the chat and type your answers. All, mostly all. Okay, some of them. Which are these some, Angel, which of these some apps are you using? That is what I want to know. Almost all, everything except Jabong. Yeah, basically Jabong is taken over, so you don't really have Jabong right now. But yeah, most of them. Exactly. So all of us are using almost all of these applications, and all of these applications during COVID were forced to move online. And if they were online, guys, they've successfully run their course during this online transformation. Paytm, if you guys were not actually using Paytm before, because of this entire transaction that, you don't want to touch somebody when you go out there to the store. So, you take your phone and, you just scan the QR code and you transfer all the money. It's as simple as that. You don't want to sit in the local cabs or local auto rickshaws, you kind of book an Ola or Uber. You want to transfer money to your friend, you cannot meet your friend because it's risky. You transfer the money to him. You want to order food online, you use Zomato or Swiggy. You want to shop, there's Amazon, Shopper Stop, Book My, Myntra. There are a lot of applications and features out there, and all of these businesses have run their course and they're enjoying their time when it comes to online. A few industries, if we were to observe, which has been online: food industry is online, travel industry is online, fintech, fashion, entertainment. You name the industry, and that industry is online. In today's time, in 2021, it's as simple as that, guys. All the businesses are online. See, businesses, businesses that have survived this COVID era. Because, guys, trust me, India has literally moved 3 years back because of this COVID. But still in today's time, businesses are surviving because of COVID. Then actually, I'd say that these businesses will be nothing but digital businesses out there. All of these businesses running their course on internet, that is only because they are known or they are tagged as digital businesses of 2021. So if businesses are supposed to be, kind of digital businesses today because of COVID, then the top paying skills, I'm sure, will be digital skills, because there is no other job available out there. Your entire course is work from home. You guys are studying from home. You guys are not going to your classes. You all are using Zoom, or you guys are using Google Hangouts today to, chit chat with your friend, or, attend lectures. So when everything is online today, jobs will also be online tomorrow, because tomorrow upcoming future is on, on internet. So if businesses are digital businesses, then top paying skills will surely be digital skills. And more or less, businesses will only be successful because of its employees. And for it to be successful, the employees need to have digital skill sets in today's time. Because if employees will not surely have digital skill sets, the business will not be successful, and the business will not be called as digital business of tomorrow. So for a business to be a digital business and called successful, employees really need to have digital skill sets. So if you guys out here do not have digital skill sets, nothing to worry about, because there is always some area of yourself which you don't know you're interested in. There is always something that you have an interest in, and when you start exploring, You're going to do wonders out there in the industry. So let's see the 4 pillars of the digital skills and let's identify which one suits you the best. So you guys, can you go to the chat and tell me what exactly are you studying? Is it BCom, BMS, BAF, BBA? What course are you exactly studying? Gopali, I agree, okay? Throughout this time, all of these apps are so useful. I agree to you 100%. I see BA is arts, right, guys? Basically, MA economics, BA, PhD, MBA, MCOM. There was somebody in BSc zoology, BSc physics, humanity economics. Okay, awesome. So all you guys typing, all your jobs are going to be online, guys. I'm telling you right now, right away. All you guys, MBA people, all you're going to be working from is your laptops. All you economics people, you guys are all studying the economy right now, but you're not going to offices and discussing in the meetings, but you guys are all on, you guys will tomorrow be on the Zoom calls and doing the brainstorming session online. So all you guys out here today, very carefully observe the 4 skills that I'm going to walk you through, because all of these skills are going to be helpful for you guys in the future. And this is just the beginning, guys. This is just the beginning. There are years to come when these skills will literally be the basics. It's literally going to be like the English language. You guys need to know, as you guys know English language today, it's mandatory. Tomorrow you will need to know all of these digital skills just in the same manner. So let's explore all of these digital skills, but let's know which of them are these first. Number 1 is your coding. Number 2 is your design. How does your website or your application look like to the customers? Number 3 is digital marketing. And number 4 is your data science. Of course, you'd think all of these are technical, but no, guys. Few of these are technical, but yes, the ones are surely beneficial to you. So let's understand and break down each of these skill sets. So let's take the example. Let's take an example of a brand, guys. We'll start with the first one, that's coding. But before that, let's take an example. I'm going to be using that example for all the 4 skill sets. So what company's tagline is this? Can you guys tell me? What is Dash and Chill? What is Dash and Chill, guys? Netflix and chill. Netflix. Yes, a lot of you guys are typing Netflix. Okay, guys, keep on talking. Okay, if you don't talk, this session will be a very boring session for you. I will get bored to teach and you guys will get bored to learn. So talk to me in the chat and let's make it a fun session, like a fun 1 hour for you guys. Okay, all you guys are telling me Netflix and chill, which is the correct answer, guys. So I'm going to be taking an example of Netflix as a brand, because Netflix is utilizing all the 4 skill sets that we saw, or all the 4 career opportunities that we just saw. Also, a lot of people are entering. If ma'am, you could just take them in. So let's start with Netflix's first skill, that's coding. So any application or any website, guys, requires a structure. You cannot build anything without the base of it. Similarly, all the websites need to be coded, because if there is no coding, you cannot design a website. Now, this is just one hack that I'm telling you. You can design a website through WordPress, because WordPress is a pre-coded website. But when you talk about the manually coding website, you take 3 months to actually code the entire website end to end. But WordPress is just reducing the time and you can design a website in 3 to 4 days. It's as simple as that. But if you guys are really interested in coding, it really is the booming field, because a lot of companies are coming on Google. A lot of companies are becoming online. So you will be the need of the hour for all of these companies if you know how to code. So this is basically the front end of what you guys see. If you guys are using Netflix, this is something that you will see. And this is the back end. This is basically the coder will see. When a coder is, kind of coding the website, he has to code and make codes like these, because of which the website will look like this in the front. So all the fancy looking things come on the front, guys. And there are 2 types of coding you can do. Okay, there is a front end coding that you can do, and there's a back end coding. Front end coding is something very simple like this, which means what a user will see. And back end coding is something that a coder, basically, if I'm coding a website, I'm doing the back end and preparing the base. So my front end should look something fancy like the Netflix front end. So there are a lot of applications, or there are a lot of tools out there which will help you in front end, back end coding. For the front end, there's Bootstrap, there's React, there's HTML5. For back end, there's Node.js, MongoDB, Amazon Web Services. And yeah, pretty much React is what Netflix uses to code. And that's the best tool so far that I have known. So if you guys are really interested in making your careers in coding, you can do front end or back end, whichever coding, or you can be you can be a full stack developer. Coding oh Deepika, I agree. Basically there are no commas, but if one triangle gone wrong or one code gone wrong, your website will become a havoc. So you need to be very careful. But yes, there are certain tools that you can use for front end and for back end. And if you guys are amazing, you can be both full stack developers, knowing both for front end and back end. So that is your first skill set, that's coding, guys. This is what basically will be visible to you as a coder and not. Guys, can you see me, hear me, and see my screen? I just got out of the meeting. Can you hear me now? Okay, awesome. So anytime you think my internet is lagging, just write it in the chat. Internet is lagging, so I kind of arrange myself accordingly. Cool, awesome. So if a layout like this comes on my screen, I'm not going to use Netflix as an app, okay? I'm just going to bounce off that app and, I'm going to be like, what crazy shit is this? I'm not going to use it, honestly. So that is why you've got designers, guys. You've got design. A coder alone cannot look at both of it, okay? A coder alone cannot cannot create the website and design the website. And hence, a coder will work in liaison with the designer to identify what are the consumers exactly liking. What are people like you and me liking on the screen? So that is why we've got a designer. If you guys think you're not really into coding, you can check out designing for yourself. Designing is probably the UI UX. UI UX is literally like the user interface and user experience. User interface meaning when I'm accessing an app, how is what exactly is the user looking at? So if you see Netflix, this is basically the premium show. And below that are all the other shows that you can watch. These are other suggestions. And this is Netflix's user interface. Now I am using Netflix and I like this user interface. That my user experience has been a good user experience. Meaning you have to focus on user interface and user experience to ensure that your app is used more and more. So designing is basically that. When it comes to user interface and user experience, you really need to be like a pro. And how do you think you can be a pro? I'm going to tell you. If you guys can judge all of these creators that I'm showing you very well, that means you've got a very good designing sense and you guys can definitely try out designing as a career for yourself. So let's take a look as to how Netflix looked back then and how Netflix looks now. So this is basically how Netflix looked in 1999, guys. Like, would you guys ever use this app in 2021 if you saw something like this? A website overcrowded like this, would you use this? Yes or no, yes. What's it, guys? I wouldn't use this kind of a website in today's time. Yes, no, guys. It looks more like a newspaper. Absolutely. It's crumpled with so many words out there. I mean, I don't even know where to go and search. Netflix is a free movie viewing. It's a movie viewing site. So I don't even know where is that search button. Where's the search bar? I don't even realize that. So you guys are all telling me you wouldn't use that. Amazing. Good to go, guys. Good to go. Now let's look at this. This is how Netflix looked in 2009 to 2012. Now, how do you find this? Is this okay? Is this okay or is it bad? Compare it with 1999 creative. Compare it with this creative, guys. Don't compare it with today's creative. Compare it with this. Is this okay? Okay, bad. How is it? Oh my God, there's somebody, Tim Swingba. I mean, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name right. Why do you say you choose 1999? The search bar is also not clear in 1999 layout. Absolutely average kind of thing, Jason tells us, because yeah, this is not perfect. And in 2021, we prefer something very minimalistic, and this is not. But this is far better than this layout, because here it's all text and I can't even see the image. The movie that I want to see, I can't even see the image of the movie which tells me who's the actor, who's the actress. I can't see that, which makes no point for me to purchase or even scroll this website in today's time. But if I look at something like this makes it far more interesting because it's telling me other features. It's telling me that I can watch it on my computer, I can watch it on my TV, and it's making it more fun, and it's making it more interesting. So I think this is kind of okayish, as compared to 1999. And now let's look at this. Now, how do you find this? Give me a thumbs up if you like. Are you guys there? Okay, I'm lagging. Guys, can you see me and hear me clearly? Is there any network lag right now? Guys, can you see my screen? Okay. So would you use this Netflix? Like, how do you find the design of this Netflix? Yes, yes. Give me a thumbs up, or give me or write yes, yes in the chat. This is interesting, right? And far, far, far better than the last two web pages snapshots that we've seen. What about others? Are you guys not interested in this session? You guys can leave this session if you guys do not want to talk with me. Because far better and beautiful. I totally like it because it's very minimalistic. It's just the Netflix logo. I have the sign in button out here, and if I'm new, I just have to type my email ID out here. So it's very simple, and I kind of like this. It's kind of according to what I like, and according to most of the Indians like in today's time. It's very simple. So yes, you guys are giving me yes, yes, which is interesting. Now we can also take a look at the example of search engine. So can you guys tell me which search engines are you guys using in the chat? Which search engines are you guys using? You guys are telling me Google. You're using DuckDuckGo. That's nice. What about others? Google, DuckDuckGo. Two people of all have got DuckDuckGo. Interesting. Chrome. Chrome is not your search engine, guys. Google is your search engine. Chrome is a browser. Again, Mozilla Firefox is your browser, girl. No, girl guy. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. Suyash, Firefox is not a search engine. Yahoo. Okay, quite a few people saying Yahoo. Okay, awesome. Now let's look how exactly are the search engines like Yahoo and Google. We're going to take example of these two search engines. Now, this is what Yahoo looks like, guys. Super cluttered, with an ad, cluttered with the news, what's trending. I'm not interested. I'm coming to the search engine, or I'm coming to browser to access some website and not to access ads. Like, I don't want to be shown ads again and again, and especially on the main page where I'm going to search for something, I'm shown ads. Really not interesting. I'm shown news like these. I mean, I don't really want to see news snippets here. I'd rather download an app and read an app. Poorly designed website, Deepika, on point exactly. Not really the one that we'd like to see. So then there's something else, then that is Google. And this is basically your Chrome. This is basically your Chrome tab. This is super clean. Now, this is very neatly designed. I have no extra tamjam. I'd say there's no extra kachra, on the screen. There's just Google logo. There is a search bar. There are images and Gmail that I have to sign up with. That's it. This is super clean. Like, this basically tells me that whenever I'm going to Google to search for something, just search, get the website, get the work done, and you're done. You're finished. This is all, I like. I don't like to go on a website like basically this and search for something. Basically, here I'm even confused where to search, seeing so many things at the time. I'm literally lost. Like, where is my search bar? What did I come? I'd forget my basics to come on Google, come on the search engine, or come exactly on the browser. So that clearly tells me that Google is really amazing. And if I want to search for anything, I can just go to Google and search and get my work done. That's it. So that is how, which tells me that layout is very important. If you guys didn't know, let me tell you that 87% of the world population today is using Google. Why is it using Google? Because of the clean layout. Because only that it's clean, there's no extra snippet on the screen, there's limited items to show you on the screen. Because of only those reasons, today we're all using Google and we love using Google. The usability of Google is very easy. In fact, I am doing my entire presentation on Google Slides. I love Google that much. So let's move ahead and understand that once your application is ready, you've done the coding and you've built the basic website. Now what you need to do is you've done the user interface and user experience. So you've very well known that this is the base of your website and this is how you've designed it and it looks perfectly amazing for your customers. But after doing that, how will you get customers? Where will you get your customers from? Hence, it's very important to market. If your application is ready and you don't market your application, then where are you going to get people from? Where are you going to get people to use your application from? So that is why we have something that is digital marketing. You really need to market yourself for people around the world to see who you are and use your application. Because if you don't do that, you are going to run in total loss. And that is why, guys, we have something that's digital marketing. Now let's identify the social media strategy or the digital marketing strategy of Netflix, because it's the best that I've come across. So I'm not sure if you guys have just seen any stories like this as sponsored ads when you guys are using your smartphone and you're scrolling through your Instagram account. But yes, if you come across, Netflix is one of the best social media platforms and it's kind of ruling the entire industry when it comes to OTT platforms. So basically, digital marketing is done to make the users to download the product. Because if users are not aware and they don't download your product, then how are you going to test your product? Or that if your product is working well or it's not, how are you going to bring updates every now and then into your product? So let's see what exactly and how do you guys do digital marketing and where exactly is Netflix doing its digital marketing? You just go to Google and search and type Netflix once, and that's it. Just go back and just go back and shut the tab. But after you're done shutting the tab, guys, and you reopen the tab and go to YouTube to watch a video, you're going to see an ad popping up by Netflix. You're going to see the main tab head ad out here, which talks about Netflix. Not just this, guys, but you'll see ads even on your Instagram account, which is a post ad like this and a story ad like this. And all of this is just happening because you searched Netflix once. So try doing it. You'll see this live in your own life in your own mobile phone. They've basically got details. Google has basically got details that you are searching Netflix on Google. So it'll go and tell Netflix. Netflix will then come and show its ads to you. So you download the app or you log into the app. Now I'm going to show you one video ad that Netflix had done. Let me just reshare and optimize my sound. Okay, I'm going to play this ad for you guys. So this is what basically Netflix did for its product, and they keep on showing you ads on stories or on your post. As you're scrolling, you'll see a lot of ads. So that's only because you've typed Netflix once on Google, and after that they'll keep showing you ads. Would we like and keep sending us ads? Gopali, correct. You're correct. Give me a minute, guys. Okay. So you just search once and you constantly keep on seeing ads for the only reason that the Google's algorithm figured that you've searched for something. Now you need to be shown ads of all the products of all the companies that offer that product to you. Deepika, even their ads are so clean with minimal info. All of the ads, you see Netflix ads, minimal info. You see Hotstar, minimal content. You see Amazon Prime. You see either of these three OTT platforms ads. You see they're very minimalistic with literally minimal and all the show content that you will love. I'm sure you guys will love And ever, if you get a chance, go to Twitter and check the battle, the tweet battle that happens between these OTT platforms. It makes it's amazing. The recent one was where Netflix posted, grieving that IPL starting. I'm going to see you guys at 12 a.m. This was the context was something similar, and it tagged Hotstar in it. So all of these battles that keep on happening, it's amazing. You guys can really follow, and you guys will enjoy it yourself. You literally feel that Netflix is a human being. You will not feel that Netflix is an app or Hotstar is an app, but you'll feel that humans are interacting out there. Such witty conversations between these brands. Eros is getting more ads. Sojia Joy, it's only because you searched for it. Or, there's some algorithm that you've searched for some show which was available on Eros. So that is why you are getting ads for Eros. All of these OTT platforms, they're running ads, but it's just one particular factor that, get triggers when you search for it. So you might have searched for something which is available on Eros, or Eros might have added in the targeting section, and you've now become one of the target audience for it. So that is how you can see Eros's ad. Now, there's not just that, guys. Netflix will also do email marketing for you after you've searched for it. Now, this is something Netflix tonight, but you'll also receive an ad. Join 1 month free trial. This is kind of an ad. It will start showing it to you on emails. It will start promoting itself on emails for you. It sort of facilitates users to buy again and again. Now, all of this that you saw, that's because Netflix wanted you to do the 30-day free trial. Well, Netflix has a policy of offering you 30-day free trial. Now, Netflix is not telling you, hey, you come on the first day and you make me a payment. No. Netflix is not promoting that. Netflix is using its USP, that's 30-day free trial. And because of Netflix, guys, fun fact, Amazon Prime and Hotstar, they've also started offering free trial for 1 month. So it's only because of Netflix, and Netflix is using it as its USP. If it wants to reach out to you, it's not going to reach out to you with anything else, but try 1 month free trial. And this is only purely done for you guys to buy again and again. After you're done, trust me, you'll start getting, after you're done with your free month, you will start getting emails saying that, hey, why don't you purchase, and why don't you start using Netflix? This show is trending. It will start doing such kind of ads to you. So it will never leave you. You'll be like, when are you going to leave me? But trust me, guys, all of these platforms will never leave you. And that is only because they want you to buy again and again. And how do they realize that you are the one, that they should reach out to buy again and again? How do they find out that it's you? Let me tell you guys, it's only because of data scientists, which is a fourth topic, the fourth career skill set, that is data science. Now, data science is nothing but advanced mechanism which finds out what you want before you even go and express it clearly out there. So I am going to read that Deepika says that's because they train our minds for 30 days and now our brain wants more. Absolutely. You've used the free version as much and now you're literally addicted and you don't want to, kind of get rid of Netflix. So, you kind of end up paying more, and buying the 1 month subscription for it. Okay. All right, so let's figure out data science now. What exactly is data science? Doing it with an example of Netflix only, guys. So I have a brother and we both use the same Netflix account. We've got shared credentials basically. We stay at the same house, of course, and we use the same Wi-Fi. Now, I'll tell you guys, even after everything being same, we stay in the same house, we stay in the same room, we use the same Wi-Fi. The only difference out here we see is in Netflix that, I am kind of shown, this is what my screen looks like. That's Ozark. I like dark and slow burn kind of shows. Whereas my brother out there was shown a suggestion of Sherlock. Both of us using the same account, using the same Wi-Fi, staying in the same house. However, we don't see the thumbnail images as the same. The thumbnail for me is Ozark and the thumbnail for my brother is Sherlock. So that is why we keep showing similar. Gopali, that's one feature of that's one feature of data science. But this is an overall feature. If you guys have shared accounts, basically, if you shared your password with n number of friends, You guys can meet and check your own accounts yourself. You guys will not get similar show suggestions. Netflix will identify what kind of shows are you watching. uh, Netflix will identify what is the theme that you like the most. Like I like dark shows, and my brother likes witty shows. So both of us are shown show suggestions according to our choices, irrespective of everything being the same. So that is a perfect example of that's the perfect example of data science, guys. Now there's one more example. How many of you guys have watched House of Cards on Netflix, or you've downloaded it and watched it? Is there anybody out here who watched House of Cards? Type yes or type me in the chat. Don't type anything if you've not watched it, but type yes or me in the chat if you have. Okay. I see Jacob and Gopali have watched the show. Amazing, amazing. So if you guys are aware, at least have heard about the show that's called House of Cards, guys. So there was an assumption made by the data scientists saying that those of who's watched House of Cards have also watched David Fincher directed movie that's The Social Network. Now, on what basis was this assumption made? How did David Fincher and Kevin Spacey come into? How did David Fincher and Kevin Spacey come together? Well, basically, House of Cards was directed by David Fincher, and Kevin Spacey was the actor in it. So, the data scientists made an assumption, found out the science behind it, that all those people who watched Kevin Spacey's House of Cards, which was directed by David Fincher, have also watched The Social Network, because that movie is also directed by David Fincher. And trust me, guys, this experiment was a super duper hit. The Social Network had the highest amount of views in that particular period after making this assumption. So what really happened was all those people who watched the House of Cards were shown the Social Network to watch. This happened with me also. When I finished watching the House of Cards, immediately people also what suggestion was the Social Network. So that was the data science experiment which Netflix did, and it was surely successful. Well, Sojia Joy says Social Network is the best. I agree. So basically, not just Netflix is doing this, Amazon is also doing this. So basically, when you go to Amazon and put a product in your cart, you're going to see something like this. Frequently bought together. 3 books put together, your price is this much. And if you go and buy, you can buy one single book also if you want, but people frequently bring these 3 things together. So so Amazon is kind of identifying, if people are buying product A, then what other product are they tagging it with? What are the other related products that they would like to tag with? So as per global analysis, Amazon will figure that out and give you suggestions based on that. So I get a lot of suggestions. When I was buying my earphones, Netflix suggested that why don't you buy the cover also? And I actually ended up buying the cover plus earphones together because I wanted it as well. So this is something that it happens with all of these items, and this is nothing but data science experiment behind. Absolutely, this is all a game of manipulation and nothing, but we cannot change anything. That's the irony, that in today's time we cannot change anything and we are victimized to this fact. Not even victimized. I don't think this is bad, because India is advancing and so is all of these things. All of this thing is actually gaining momentum in today's time. So, Nimisha says it happens with fashion. It happens with all the items. Well, not just this, even Myntra is doing this. Not just Amazon, but even Myntra will give you suggestions. Where let me tell you, Sojia Joy, Facebook not only uses your relationship status, but Facebook also tracks your location where you're sleeping from 11 p.m. in the night to 6 a.m. in the morning. Where you're sleeping, Facebook is tracking your exact location. So you've been tracked everywhere. All the social media platforms, all the applications in your phone that you're using is all tracking you. Everywhere they're tracking you. What app are you using? How much, for how long you're using the app? What are the features are you using in that app? Everything is being tracked, guys. And that is all because of data science. The experiments are run to see what's successful and what works the best. Companies make business out of it. That's how they target people. Nimisha, absolutely. So to summarize at the end, guys, throughout this half an hour of the session that I've been telling you is businesses will survive only if if it's a digital business, and for a digital business to succeed, you need employees with digital skills. And what are these digital skills? So far, we've identified coding, designing, digital marketing, and data science. So it's extremely important that if you guys see a high paying, if you guys want a HPJ, that's a high paying job, you guys definitely need to ace one of these skills. Not all, don't make your hands dirty learning everything, but perfect yourself in one of these skills and make money out of it, guys. So if you guys have really enjoyed this session, you guys can go to Instagram, put up a story of any slides that you like, and tag IID online and Dhanisha216 with the hashtag learning something new, guys. If you've really enjoyed this session and you actually learned something new today. So let's take the testimonials from the best sources, because you'd think that who am I to tell you guys this? Of course, the first question will be, who am I? Like, but I will tell you that it's not just me who's saying all of these things out loud to everybody around, but there are testimonials from the best of the best sources, guys. And let's look at Forbes. Are you guys aware about the Forbes magazine, Forbes India? Yes, yes, no, no. Yes, have you guys heard of Forbes? It's a top magazine in today's time. So Forbes is also telling us, guys, that India's top 15 emerging jobs for 2020. If you look at the 15 jobs out here, I have digital marketing specialist. I have a full stack engineer, that's front end as well as back end. I have front end engineer. I have a back end engineer. Artificial intelligence, that's your data science, guys. So basically, Forbes is also telling us all the 4 skills that we saw are basically the emerging jobs of 2020. This is literally the article a few months back. But in 2021, nothing has changed. It's just going to take ahead and make all of these job openings the future of India. Well, this is just one that's Forbes. Let's look at LinkedIn. LinkedIn also tells us that blockchain, artificial intelligence, design, digital marketing, all of these are literally the top digital skills that companies need in 2020 and 2021 as I talk of today. So if you really think that how do I learn this, it's very simple. You can just take up some course, learn. There are a lot of videos out there on YouTube. Learn, but start implementing all of these things, because all of this that you see on my screen is the future, guys. It's not just going to stop anytime soon. All of this is just going to keep on growing and growing and growing. This is like a bubble. It's going to take years and years to come before it's just going to burst out. So let's take a look at some of the salary ranges for freshers, guys. What are you going to earn in literally if you're starting now? And I'm also going to show you the salary ranges in 5 years. I'm so sorry, guys, for rubbing my eyes. Okay. As a full stack developer, guys, you're going to earn 6 lakhs as a starting salary. And basically 23 lakhs in the next, 1 second. Yeah, 23 lakhs in the next 5 years you're going to make. Well, this is just coding. But if you go to see digital marketing salaries, somewhere around 3.7 to 4 lakhs on an average. And in the next 5 years, you're going to make somewhere around 18 lakhs or more than 18 lakhs if you're really smart to tap upon the right marketing techniques and the right marketing strategies, depending upon what's happening in your environment. Then as a designer, you're going to make somewhere around 5.8 lakhs just as starting. And moving forward, you're going to make somewhere around 15 lakhs on an average. You can be more as well, guys. And as a data scientist, you're going to make somewhere around 9.5 lakhs a year and 24 lakhs over a period of 5 years. So this is what your salary looks like. And let's identify that you can also, and accept the fact that you can work as a freelancer. Now I understand all of us are college going students and we don't have time to work full time. But that's the best part, right? That you can work as a freelancer for these skill sets. And trust me, the demand for freelancers is equally high as compared to demand for full-time employees. So why not take up a freelancing project and get your pockets filled? And probably you don't need to go to your parents and ask for pocket money at this point in time. So if you plan to work as a freelancing or consultant, you can earn in different currencies because you can have clients across India and outside India. So there's a website called as Fiverr.com, which provides freelancing services. And you can basically sell your services out there to people outside India. And the best part is you're going to earn per hour, and you're going to earn in their currency, not in your currency. So you're not earning in INR, but in dollars, and one rupee is basically around 60. So $1 is somewhere around 70 rupees in India. So imagine how much you're going to make per hour. The amount that you're going to make per hour while uploading your profile on Fiverr, you're going to earn that much in India over a period of 1 month. 5,000 in a month is basic stipend that interns get. So imagine if you want to work freelancing at your own condition and you're going to earn a lot more than that. So that's fiverr.com for you guys. Basically, you can earn in US dollars. This is what you've earned. 750 to 2250 you'll earn for any project here in India. But when you do the same thing abroad, you can really start as high as $600. So it's all upon the skill set that you are embracing and you are working upon. And basis on that, you're going to make money out of it. So that is the benefit of fiverr.com, guys. And now if you enjoyed this session, you guys can follow us on Instagram. That's IID Online. We do a lot of free masterclasses every week. So if you want to digitally upskill yourself, here's your chance. You guys can follow us on Instagram and stay updated with all the workshops that we come across. But if you don't forget, you guys can even click a picture and upload it on your stories and tag IID Online. So let's move ahead. I take 2 to 3 minutes of my time to briefly tell you about the institute that I represent, guys. That's IIDE, which is India's #1 digital institute. And we've been awarded by Indian Education Congress as India's best digital learning institute of the year. And I'd like to introduce my main programs to you guys. That's my PG in digital marketing, which is 11-month full-time on-campus program with compulsory internship. But here it's extremely important that you need to be a graduate. If you're not a graduate, this course really doesn't suit you well. So definitely, but you're still interested in learning digital marketing. I have got that covered with my another course, that's IID 5.0, guys. It's a nearly 3-month course. The best part is you get access to the video course, plus you get access to the live training with the trainer. So it's just going to be like you watch a video, you come to my class, you ask your doubts, I teach you important concepts, and we learn strategically because all the others have also watched the video, and everybody is smart and they've covered all the important learning up there and are coming to ask me in the lecture. But well, if you think that you're too shy to ask me questions in the lecture, you can definitely come and book a personalized mentoring session with me where I can one-to-one sit with you and solve all your doubts. And the best part is, guys, after completing this course, you're going to receive 13 certificates, of which 2 of them are Facebook certified and Google certified. So imagine the volume you're going to add to your resume. You know, your resume is going to be crazy, and people who are going to hire you in the future, they're going to love you for the kind of work that you've done, the kind of course that you've pursued. So there's something that I recommend specially for you guys. And that's my IID 5.0 course, which is starting from 21st of April. And it's priced at 75,000, guys. But for all you today who are here in my session, I'm going to give you a special scholarship offer. It's my scholarship, which is, it's a special scholarship, guys. It's going to be expiring tomorrow. It's going to be available only for one day. That's 24 hours. So by tomorrow midnight, 11:59 p.m., the scholarship will expire. You guys cannot apply. You guys can take up the scholarship and earn up to 30% off, guys, up to 30% off on 75,000. So if you guys are really interested in learning digital marketing and making money out of it, this is the best chance. I'm telling you, because you will not get a course which offers you basically a video lecture, which you got lifetime access to. You've got access to the live lectures with the trainer where you get your doubts resolved and learn a lot more. But if you still have doubts, you get personalized mentoring sessions one-to-one with the trainer. So if you guys are really interested, my colleague has posted the link for you in the chat. Fill in the scholarship form, guys. Basic process is you apply, you watch a 37 to 40 minutes of a masterclass. And after watching the masterclass, you have to give a test, which is 20-question test in 45 minutes. If you succeed out there, if you score really well in your test, my counselors will reach out to you. Basically, the criteria or the eligibility is 16 years of age and 75% and above, or should have a CGPA of 7.5. But if you don't have a CGPA of 7.5 or 75%, nothing to worry. Give the scholarship test, and if you scored amazing, my counselors will reach out to you availing the discount offers to you guys. So if you guys are interested, my colleague has shared the link with you in the chat. Now, what are you going to learn exactly in this masterclass? What are you going to learn exactly in this 3-month or, video course plus live course? You're going to learn how to build your own website using WordPress. Now, coding a website will take 3 to 4 months, but building a website using WordPress will just take you 3 to 4 days. That's it. So learn how to build your own website in week 1. In week 2, you learn how to rank your website on the first page of Google. In the week 3, you're going to learn how to make your own Google ads. Basically, place your website on the top and people will click on it first and go to your website. So how do you make Google ads? That's your module in week 3. In week 4, you'll understand how to analyze your website traffic, like who's coming from where and how many people are visiting your website. You're going to learn it all when it comes to analyzing website traffic. In week 5, you'll learn design essentials as to why should your logo be of a particular color, what font should you guys use while designing your logo. All the aesthetics and dynamics you're going to be learning in design essentials. In the next week, you'll learn how to design social media ads, all the targeting that all of these brands, OTT brands like Netflix, Hotstar, Amazon Prime do and show ads to you on Facebook. How to make these ads exactly you're going to learn in this session. You learn. So basically, guys, I'm sure you guys read reviews before purchasing any product on Amazon. Tell me, guys, do you read reviews before purchasing any product in the chat? Tell a yes, yes, no, no to me in the chat. Do you guys read reviews before purchasing any product? Yeah, all of us read reviews, right? Well, how do these brands ensure that all the good reviews come on the top so that you as a customer are induced to buy? You're going to learn that in this module, that's online reputation management. Upcoming week, you'll learn how to do email marketing, you'll learn how to do SMS marketing, and you'll learn how to rank your app. If you have an app for your company, you'll learn how to rank your app on the App Store or Play Store. And last but not the least, guys, you'll learn how to build your e-commerce website like Flipkart or Amazon or Myntra. If you're in family business, this is basically a must for you. Learn how to build an e-commerce website. You need to sell your products. For how long are you going to sell your products in the store? It's time that you upgrade your store and build a website for you, for yourself now. So this is what you learn with us. But now, if you're really interested to intern with us, I have a chance for you guys. We're offering 1-month internship, guys. It's starting on 26th of April. And my colleague has shared the link right there in the chat. So if you're willing to work and we find your profiles interesting, you guys will hear from us in the next 14 days. So my colleague has shared the link in the chat. Ensure that you're saving this link or copying and pasting it in your WhatsApp group where a lot of your friends can apply and learn something very interesting. So this is what you're going to learn. You learn how to write good content. You learn how to access Google Workspace. You learn search engine optimization. You learn social media marketing. Now that's the most important thing that you're going to be learning. So what will you implement? You'll write good articles. You'll do content writing for us. You will be the brand ambassadors for IID. And also you'll be doing social media marketing to some extent. So all of these things are the overview. It's the overview that I've given. All the other things that you're going to see on the screen is also that you're going to be learning. So take a look at your screen and take a screenshot if you're really interested in all of these things. If they interest you, apply on the link that my colleague has shared in the chat with you guys. So let's look at the certificates that you're going to receive. So this is what your certificate looks like. But for that, you'll have to fill in a feedback form that my colleague will share in the chat with you guys. So ensure that you guys are filling this feedback form because only after that, we can issue certificates to you guys. You'll receive your certificates from the below mentioned email ID. That's nisha@iid.co. So fill in the feedback form to receive your certificates because if you don't fill in the feedback form, I won't be able to issue your certificates to you guys. So don't mail us then that you've not received your certificate. Fill in the form and then receive your certificates. So this link is open only for 1 hour, guys. If you don't fill in the form in the 1 hour, you will not receive your certificate. So check your spam and promotional folders before reaching out to us in the next 7 days. If you don't receive your forms, then only reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you guys. If you guys are really interested in knowing more details, you can definitely follow IID online. We keep on updating our page with a lot of free meetups and content for you guys. So if you're really interested, go follow IID online. If you really have some questions for me to ask me, you can follow me on my Instagram account and ask me there if you're too conscious to ask me here in today's session. Now I'm just gonna list down my credentials for you guys. Basically, if you're interested, you can follow me anywhere. Here are my handles for LinkedIn and Instagram. And lastly, you can also check out IID's website, guys. So that's it from my side. If you have any other questions, I'm right here to take them for you. Also, my colleague has shared the feedback form link in the chat. So ensure you are filling in the feedback form for me. I really want to know if you guys love today's session or not. So once you're done filling in the feedback form, type done in the chat. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. If you have any other questions, you can reach out to me in the chat right now. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Awesome. Can you guys go to the chat and quickly tell me in one word, how did you find today's session? Awesome, amazing, interesting, boring, dull, knowledgeable, fun. How did you find today's session? Cool. Nice. Cool, cool. Okay. Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys. Nimisha, if your ads do not meet the Facebook's terms and conditions, then Facebook will not publish your ad first. But if the ad is too intimidating for Facebook, it might block your account. So you have to check the ads that you're making. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. If you're really interested to learn more, you should definitely take up the IID 5.0 course. Will really help you guys, and I'm sure the amount you're investing, you're going to be earning much more than that in any time in your future. So give it a chance, try it out. It'll surely work out the best for you. Nimisha, then I think you need to reach out to your team wherever you're working as to why your account has been blocked, because I don't know the history of what your account and why has it been blocked. So you can check with the team and figure out who knows the best around you, because there would be some reason because of which your account would have been blocked. So you really need to check again. And if not, you think it's all correct, then drop an email to Facebook saying what is the problem, ask them the reason, they'll help you out there. All right, guys, thank you so much. It was an enlightening session. I hope you've learned and made the most out of this. And thank you so much, guys. You can definitely follow IID, and I'd love to see you in the upcoming free meetups every week. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us with the skill knowledge, and the session was more interactive among all the delegates and participants. Thank you, ma'am. Now we have come to the end of Employability Enhancement Program. On behalf of Department of Economics, I deem it an honor to deliver the vote of thanks. I thank our principal, Reverend Father Augustine George, and the management for giving us an opportunity to organize this webinar and for providing us with a platform to learn the importance of skills which are required in today's world. I express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. K. Vinoda Devi, Faculty Coordinator, Department of Economics, for inspiring us and for a constant support, which greatly enabled us in making this webinar success. I would like to express my special thanks and gratitude to our resource person, Ms. Dwayne Shah, for enveloping us with the knowledge of skills which are required in today's world. Thank you for taking out your time and sharing us the knowledge with us. Thank you, ma'am. Special thanks to you, dear delegates, for attending this webinar and making it more active participation. I hope that the knowledge you have acquired from this webinar would be useful in your respective field. I thank all the faculty members and students of Department of Economics for actively involving themselves right from the start of planning process and its proper execution leading to this point. Thank you for all your efforts. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the participants for their patient listening. I remind, now the host can end the meeting.